Hey YouTube, how's it going? We're here. We're back with Tengokudaimakyou or Heavenly Delusions, episode 9. Really quick. If you like the video for me, please, I greatly appreciate it. Now, after rewatching the episode, hair? and talked with a few people. At the end of my discussion, right? So I had these thoughts before I even dived into like talking to other people. I remember saying, I was like, I don't want to explicitly say that I don't remember their names. Mimi Hime. Pretty sure that's her name. Yes, it's Mimi Hime, the girl from the facility, and then the boy that got the picture of Mimi Hime, but then the picture ended up deleting itself. I remember saying I don't want to explicitly state that Usami and the girl that he was like preserving her life. I didn't want to explicitly say that that was them. But after the button, one. After two, realizing that the logo from the gun and the button was on their clothes, the kids' clothes from the facility. That's that on top of their relationship and the fact that we never see Mimi Hime with her eyes open and then getting the eye, all that stuff. And then the blackness as well on the girl that Usami was saving. I'm certain that those two right there are, especially after the post credits, like those two, Usami and the girl, are Mimi Hime, and I can't remember the kid's name, the tinkerer, the one that built stuff. It's just everything fits perfectly, especially being in like the what's his face, the cave part, and then she's like in the cave all alone, and then someone else shows up, but we don't get to see the face, and it's just like it makes sense with how close in time they died after it. I think that's that. So I feel like if that's the case, unless there's some weird time travel shenanigans going on, I'm pretty sure the story of the facility is leading up to the Day of Fate, and the Day of Fate is the start of the Calamity, which we are now living in, and with Maru and Kiruka. So that's my guess. And my guess is that now that we know that Tokyo's a girl, there's a chance that Maru could be the baby if Tokyo's pregnant because she's throwing up, had to go in. They're like, nothing's wrong with you, yada yada yada. So I feel like I'm picking up what they're putting down. So let's just hop in and let's see what we get from this episode. Tengokudaimakyou, episode 9. Gonna get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. It's gonna be muted, the beginning part, or I'm gonna skip it. I'll pick up from here. I just skipped the beginning because the opening was playing over my voice, so you didn't hear anything I said. So I'm just gonna cut it out. Yeah, I feel like I'm picking up what the show's putting down, but is it as straightforward as that? I'm glad I caught that, because if I was halfway through the episode, I would have been hot somebody. Is it as straightforward as how I'm thinking it is? There's a chance it could be. There's a chance that some curveball just comes out of nowhere, and it's just like, nope, you were wrong. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Oh, facility. Oh. This was the what's her name? It starts with an A. This is when Kona was little. And she died, apparently. A sword of light. Oh man. Asura, there we go. The sword of light. Right? Whoa. Could it have been the sort of light he was talking about if it came out of nowhere? And he was like trying to focus so hard? Asura's invisible? Asura's invisible? ¿Por qué? What? This is probably when he ran out and looked up and saw her, right? That one glimpse that we seen? Yeah. Wings? Just creating wings? Whoa, it's the same logo that was on the baby. Whoa! That's such a terrible way to go out. Like, that's a terrible way to go. Like, I don't want to be graphic, but you're not supposed to tie the knot in the back because all it does is crushes the windpipe. It doesn't kill you instantly. You put the knot to the side so that I shouldn't be talking about that. That's such a terrible way to go. Flying whales. Camera. Stupid camera. Don't worry. I'm watching.
Asura を殺した奴が時を奪いに来る。
We did see that Tokyo had like a vision, so to speak, of Asura.
That's great.
English. Ah, crap, I didn't notice. Was I supposed to notice something? I didn't look at her. Can you tell that Tokyo? I'm guessing Tokyo's pregnant. But can you look at her and see? It's not. No coincidence. Yes. You gotta go backwards. Track him back. Yeah. I thought it was going to grow back. I've been trying to pay attention to it. Or it's a kaiju. Or it could just be an earthquake. I'm sorry. Got my hopes up. Yeah, it must be a building. Or it's kaiju. Yes. No. Are you going to be able to get in it? That's dangerous as heck. That's dangerous. Yeah. That's dangerous as heck. Whoa! Holy crap. No. We look like bandits? We haven't flipped back and forth between this in a minute, right? I wonder if like she looked at her and saw that. I'm guessing she's pregnant. It's my guess. It Yeah, it's those two. It has to be those two.
天井
天井の前に浮いてるやつ。
ほこり不規則に動く光の
Something's
粒が
floating in
眼球
front
の
of the
硝子体の
ceiling.
濁りだよ
That's
そ
where
ろそろ
she
授業
hung
始まる
herself.
から行こう
そうか。やっぱりあれ。
What?
僕
Yeah.
にしか見えてなかったのか。
That is where she hung herself.
ええ
So she's seeing the
本当
past?
にみんな見えないの。
皆さん揃いましたね。
What?
時代がまだだ
See, I knew a curveball was
授業
coming.
の前に時代くんのことで皆さんにお知らせがあります。時代くんとはしばらく会えなくなります。
Camera again?
で
I'm
も
pausing.
また必ず会えます。安心してください。
This recording's going terribly.
授業を始め
I
ます。
wonder if she is pregnant. I wasn't the person that thought of this. But the idea definitely was given to me, and now I can't get rid of it. Yeah, worry about flat tires, all that stuff. A saw. We have a laser gun. What? He looked at the picture. I'm confuzzled. What is he doing? I don't understand. In a post-apocalyptic world, what is the point of moving the car to have a conversation? So we can, yeah, we're going to pay you and you possibly may not know nothing. Juichi. I like that the subtitles didn't give away his name. Abnormally long winters, famine, disease led humanity. Huh. Okay. Asteroid impact, alien invasion, and what was the last one? Okay. We would still be seeing the fallout from that, though, no? Yeah. I could see the possibility of that. That's Asura, all right. It's not a bird. War theory. Okay. Remember that before there was a tourist attract somewhere in Japan, caused an outbreak of war. My question is, why are there so many theories about something that was 15 years ago? There should be people still alive. That's what I brought this up episodes ago, and then I talked myself off the ledge. There's people old enough to remember what life was like before. So I feel like if there was war, people would at least remember if there was war. No? Like, no? If the that's what I'm not understanding. I genuinely feel like if there was an asteroid impact, the people alive should know about it. No? Meeting minutes. I feel like everything, all three, oh wow. Level 4 access rights. Interesting. Dude, we haven't flipped back and forth like this in a long time. I feel like something's going to happen this episode. Wait. No. No. I'm being an idiot. We don't know when. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. We don't know when the calamity happened. I feel like I'm still operating off of the fact that this could have been in 2017 when that's not the case. We don't know. If a boy was born? That's crazy. Wow. They probably got caught. Yo. The baby too? Let's meet again for another story time. We gotta pay him some more. Damn you, Juichi. Damn you, Juichi, you had me going. Was the story true? Yeah.
そもそもだ。こんな誰もいない場所でわざわざ車をすり
I said the same thing.
とっさに車を動かす必要があったんだよ。隠したいものが目に留まったとかな。
The logo. Takahara
急
Academy.
行線のマーク。
危うくあいつのホラ話で延々時間
Yep.
と金をむしられるところだった。
He just got money out of you guys and you could have just walked into the building.
マークの出所を。
Yeah. Calamity could have been. Now, that makes so much more sense. It's gonna take me a minute, y'all.
あの箱だ。
The boxes with the logo on it.
見つかるもんだな。いや、すごいわ、便利や。
Can you guys keep your guard up, please?
キル光線のマークは見つかったけど、ここが天国
But
かと言ったらただのビルというか。
it's not. It's probably an auxiliary office. Or there's a secret underground passage that takes you down there. There's no telling how long ago the Calamity was. I was still under what the hell is that? The NWO, the National Wealth. There's a space where you can rest both body and mind. There's time to immerse yourself in hobbies and people who will listen to you in times of stress. Hell of patience? Do I have trauma of standing in front of windows? Because something bad might happen? I blame Gundam. Another door with the logo on it. Did we check all the rooms? Asura. I wonder how long ago. Well, it's hard to even say because we don't know how the kids age if they're experiments. Like if Usami and Mimihime were the two people from last episode. 20 years? 30 years? Or as a front for one. Yes. Contact numbers. 2 facilities and 18 branches. Yeah, an auxiliary site. This place is creepy. She is pregnant.
あの若さでなんて。
そこが問題じゃない。それより相手は誰なんです
Is that the question? The question is if these kids are experiments, what the hell is the baby gonna be like, y'all? We got a name drop. This episode pissed me off just ending like that. Why'd it do that? Dude, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do. I'm trying to think the correlation between Asura My guess, what? All right, wait till the ending's over. Screw this damn ending. There's no post-credit scene, all right? No, there isn't. This is one. This is gonna be an editing nightmare. Two. My thoughts that I'm thinking of right now is Asura was the first person from this facility seemingly to die of the kids. Asura, quote unquote, I don't care about Asura, quote unquote, killed herself. We don't know what happened. Like, we don't know what Asura did. Asura was like, I need to leave this place because I found out, or I figured out, what this facility wants to do with me. Asura seemed like the most powerful one, and the director said the director or one of the doctors said something like like the way that she was raised or created or whatever, like that burden was too much for her and she couldn't handle it, so she killed herself. But Asura, I think, figured out what they were gonna do. What they were gonna do, we don't know. When they talk about the world being a hell of patience or something, there's no telling. But figured it out and did something. Do I necessarily want to think that Asura killed herself? Somewhat. It's weird because we know that Tokyo has experienced Asura. We got to see it with our own two eyes, seemingly in like dream form, like in a vision or something. Mimi Hime sees Asura in the spot where she hung herself. There are photos of something that looks like Asura with the wings flying out in the sky. All of these things seemingly before she died. So, I mean, seemingly all these things after she died, excuse me. But then you have Kona saying the same thing that took Asura away is coming after Tokyo too. I don't know. I have no idea like how to decipher that. I'm missing pieces. I'm not understanding whatsoever. I'm not understanding. This episode flipped between both the facility side and the Maru story. And I think it was like a flip that feel like the payoff was the two payoffs that they were flipping back and forth. What it felt like was that the facility is Takahata Academy and that Tokyo was pregnant. And now this is something where I'm putting this back on me and then on the community, where it's like as the build up, it's like we're flipping back and forth and it's picking up the pace so it can build your anxiety to the reveal that Tokyo is pregnant and that the place that they're looking for in the facility are one and the same and they are two different timelines, right? But I feel like as a community, you could do this for other series too. We group think a lot and we converse. So we already figured this stuff out episodes ago. Me, not so much. But a lot of people already figured it out. So this moment, I don't know, like for me, I was like, they're picking up the pace, we're switching back and forth, yada yada. But it felt like the hammer drop was Takahata Academy, and it's just like, I don't think I needed the director to say that this place was Takahata Academy for you to like for it to like be like, yeah, these two places must be the same place. It felt like I needed a bigger bang, and I feel like the Takahata Academy is gonna mess everything up. I felt like it wasn't. I think the bang should have been something like in regards to like that hell of patience or the day of fate or leading up to a calamity. It should have been something like that. I feel like you could have threw the Takahata Academy in. Like, it could have been like Tokyo's pregnant, everyone freaked out in the boardroom, and Takahata Academy, and then it should have been one more, because I feel like the one more would have been like, oh, what? I didn't get the oh, what, but that's a me thing. That's a me thing. Just wishing there was another like gavel bang for reveals, but I think there's going to be another one of those really soon. But yeah, a lot of people figured it out. And a lot of like anime only people figured it out too. I feel like I was there now, like with this being Takahata Academy and all the little tidbits and how this episode goes. I'm certain that Usami and the girl from last week are Mimihime and the boy from the facility. I'm certain. Now, we don't know. I'm guessing that these kids are aging normally. That's my guess. They're aging normally. That they're like they have a normal lifespan. Like a year goes by, it ages just like humans. So I feel like we can. I was talking through the episode, but I feel like we can put a time frame of 20 to 40 years have passed if they age like normal people. It's an if. If they age like normal people, the older they get, without them getting sick, by the way. I would give this 20 to 40 years because they're 14, 15, 16, 17. They're teenagers, right? They're between 12 and 17. Kona's the oldest. They're between that age range. So I would give it 20, 30, or 40 years to the Maru and Kiruko story that we're experiencing with them trying to find heaven. And I'm basing that off of Usami. Because if Usami is one of these kids from the facility, if he is this boy from the facility, how old would we guesstimate Usami to believe? Usami looks older, but he doesn't look super old, right? He doesn't look like he's 60 or 70 or 80. He's not that old. I would say Usami would be in his early to mid 40s. He could be in his late 30s, which would give us like 20 or 30 years. 40 if he's in his 50s and he just looks really good. That's just my guess. That's if these kids age like normal humans. Big if. Big capital I, big capital F, underlined and bolded. Big if. If they age like normal humans throughout their whole life, I would put these stories 20, 30, or 40 years apart. If that's the case, my other prediction that Maru is Tokyo's child, I don't know if that works, but then again, we don't know what a child is like between two created people. We know what children are like between two humans, but for them to procreate together, if they indeed come from the little babies that we've seen in the incubators, what would that be, right? What is that? What would that baby be like? Would it be like Maru that has an ability? My first ever guess was that Maru was the kid in the incubator that looked at Tokyo and said Tokyo's name. That was my guess. Initial guess. But then I was like, oh, Tokyo's pregnant. It could be Maru. But then it's like 20, 30, 40 years and Maru doesn't look that... Like, Maru's not that old. If they age like normal people, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know. There's just a lot of thoughts that are just running through my brain. This series is perfect. If I was still live streaming stuff, we could sit here and talk. It's perfect for that, for the whiteboard. There's so much to go through. But I'm gonna have to rewatch this episode again. That guy scammed us for money. One thing I mentioned again, I mentioned during the episode. A lot of people aren't here for this usually. But the 3 theories. This is why I want to get the times figured out on where these take place, because if I'm not mistaken, there are people alive that remember what life was like before Calamity happened, before the world subsequently ended. So if there are people alive that remember that, it's like they explicitly remember what life was like before, but nobody can give an answer as to why the world ended up the way it did. And I'm not saying these people should know the specifics of there was a lab and this explosion happened and bam and all this. No, it's like there's theories. Like some people think an asteroid came and hit the earth. There's some people think there was war and a nuke was set off. There's other people that think aliens came and invaded. Why are there so many varying theories? I would believe there would be theories from people that weren't alive that are trying to hypothesize what happened. But from the individuals that were living before Calamity, my guess, in a technological age, right? We at least should know what things, like what's happening before the world gets cut off from each other, right? Before technology breaks down, you would think that there would be a broadcast or something, unless the whole planet gets hit with an EMP and then everyone's just free for all. Like if these monsters were to come down and start attacking, I feel like there, especially if it was an alien invasion that was capable of wiping out modern civilization, why is the planet not flooded with these aliens now? Why is it few and far between? Why are we able to set up these pocket communities? Why are people able to, like, you get what I mean? Like if it were aliens and it wiped civilization out, I feel like there would have been a broadcast. There is an invasion. There's things coming from space, and then everything just falls to hell. People would remember if aliens came, right? People would remember. I think if there, I genuinely think that if there was an asteroid that was approaching Earth, one, all the space programs across the world would know about it. Two, there would possibly be efforts put to try to stop the asteroid from coming. And if that were the case, you would think that people would be like, there would be like a count, like this asteroid's incoming, this and that, and then the asteroid hits and it wipes people. I'm tangenting all of these things because my brain can't comprehend that people who were alive before the Calamity have no idea why the world ended up the way it did. That's just me. I feel like if it were something as drastic as the three theories that exist, people would know, which makes me believe that it's not the three theories that happened. Something in this facility happened, some crazy explosion where there's an epicenter, or spirit monsters or invisible beings went and just started destroying everything and wiped everything out, and we weren't able to track it, and it was donezo. That's my guess. I don't know. I'm just letting my brain run wild. I have no idea what could have caused this. I don't know. And before we get to the end of the series and aliens came, an asteroid hit, and war broke out. So all of them are true because all of them happened. But I'm gonna call it there. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your Saturday. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good week coming up. And hopefully, God willing, I see you guys right back here. Hopefully a little early. I need to get out of bed for episode 10 of Tengokudaimakyou. So again, thank you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you. Peace out.